when I wake up at night, I gotta know the time. Can I sleep some more? Out of bed I climb. Check throughout my workday, counting down to lunch. Looking at my wrist all day, checking the time a bunch. It's not just about the time, it's part of my identity. The character of the design, exhibiting my complexity. The colors, my mood. Rushed out the house without it, I'm screwed. Without my watch, feel nude. It's part of my life, it's who I am. I'm a big time watch lover, a huge ass fan. I know my phone has a clock, but I don't care. My phone lacks the flair. My watch shows my personality, my individuality. My interest in love, I keep buying more.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Spotlight Watch Review. Thank you so much for joining me as always. My name is Jim, and today I'm here to present to you a rather unique offering from the Islander Watch Company. Now, I've had the chance recently to review an Islander and was very impressed with the overall quality. And it's no surprise because Mark has really good taste in watches. Really good design eye. And most importantly for most people, he has a really good idea of what value is. This is also going to fall into that great value category. The Sands Point Titanium Diver is $395. And yes, I did say titanium. That is a titanium case back, titanium bezel with a sapphire inlay. You're getting into a 43 millimeter case. It's all bead blasted titanium. That's 14 millimeters in thickness. Not crazy thick, not at all. This is actually very easy to wear. And your lug end to lug end measurement is only 47 millimeters. So even though it's a 43 millimeter base case, you're going to be able to wear it if you have a smaller wrist because of how short the lugs are. Now I got excited and I reached out to Mark because I saw 43 millimeters. I'm that guy that wears 42 to 44 millimeter watches. That is my comfort zone. But like the helm that I'm wearing right now, which costs just about the same amount of money in steel, the titanium version is a little bit more. I like the bigger watches. I like them thick. I like them heavy, but not crazy and overdone. This fits super comfortably. Even beyond that, because of the FKM strap that's on here, it is going to be ridiculously comfortable. And you have a diver's style single fold locking clasp on there as well. Now, one of the things I'd like to point out is the amount of detail work that they chose to do. Come on, twist around. On this case back. That is very deeply machined. It looks really good. Of course, if I put it right side up, you could actually see what the hell it is. There it is. There's your lighthouse. There's the Islander logo being used for the sun. And then the waves of the ocean beyond it. I think it's beautiful. Now, the pink dial is not exactly me, but it's all that Mark had left. The one that I had requested was, of course, the gray dial. There are 2 dial options in this watch currently. In the future, I'm sure that's going to change because the gray dial sold out so fast that I'm pretty sure that's telling him gonna need to make a whole bunch more of these. So one day there'll be a black dial, maybe a yellow, maybe an orange, maybe a red. And I'm going to be all in for it. At just under $400, it's unbeatable. It's a crazy deal. And it truly does have little seashells applied onto the seashell style dial. So even though it's pink and it's not my particular style, even I can look at this and go, dude, that is a cool dial. You've got very thick applied indices, which means what? Oh, it's got to have crazy, crazy lume. That's what that means. The thicker the application, the more amount of passes have been made with the luminescent material, meaning it is going to be brighter and more vivid and also hold and store the energy and last longer. So this is going to be a very luminescent watch. Now I have to offer my apologies to Mark because he sent this watch to me about a month ago. And I have had so much stuff going on in my life that I have not had the opportunity to sit down and photograph it and review it like I want to. I'm just now getting the time. And that also means I have to apologize to you because I'm fairly certain that even the pink dial by now has completely sold out of Mark's inventory and you will not be able to acquire one. But I will tell you this could be a really good heads up for you. At some point, Mark is going to have to make an announcement. We're going to go for round 2. We're going to make more of these. It is currently the 12th of August, 2025. So that means in time for the holidays, I project that we'll be seeing another run. I really hope so because I friggin' want one. And I want the gray dial. The gray dial looks good. I love a gray dial watch, and not enough brands do them. I don't know why. Now, I've put my money where my mouth is, and on the hyperdive that I made on my watch, I offered one in a gray dial because it was just one of those things that you don't see, and I don't know why. It's a wonderful neutral color like having a black or a silver tone dial. To me, it just got a little bit more character too. And especially if it's textured, then it brings out even more of it so wonderfully. As expected with titanium, this is super lightweight, but still solid feeling. And don't forget that titanium is also hypoallergenic. So if you're one of those unlucky few people that can't really wear a watch because the nickel content of the stainless steel gives you a red rash or a mark on your wrist, you never have anything to worry about with titanium. It is completely hypoallergenic. It also cannot rust or corrode no matter what you do to it. Toss it in the ocean for a couple of years, go back and pick it up, it's still going to look like brand new. Now, this watch was actually based off of the legendary Seiko SKX007 series of watches, and that means parts compatibility includes straps, bezel inserts, hands, and crystals. Any of those that are currently made for the SKX007s will fit on your Sands Point titanium diver. That's pretty darn cool. Now, when you buy this, you'll get this unbelievably comfortable rubber strap, but you'll also get a titanium bracelet. Now, that was included in the first round. I'm not sure about the future, but it should at least be an option that you can purchase on future releases. So the package that he offered here for $400 or for $5 under $400, including the strap and a full titanium bracelet, in my opinion, is a crazy deal. Now let's talk about the specs for a couple of moments, and then after that, we're going to charge this bad boy up. We're going to take a look at the Lume. All right, let's get this popped up on the screen. So once again, your case is a 43 millimeter blasted titanium case that is 14 millimeters in thickness with a lug end to lug end measurement of 47 millimeters. Your crystal is a sapphire crystal with underside anti-reflective coatings. The weight is only 108 grams, water resistant to 200 meters, so it is a professional grade diver spec. Movement is automatic. The caliber is the SII NH38. Super reliable movement, fantastic quality at a value. Strap is FKM rubber with a titanium bracelet option included. And again, these are based on the Seiko SKX 007s. But now, the part that so many of you have been waiting patiently for. I'm going to break out the stand. And we're going to do a little Lume. Okay. As a matter of fact, I want to bring this closer to the camera. And let's see what happens when we charge it up just for a couple of seconds, nothing crazy. Are you ready? Oh, that's doing stuff that I didn't even expect. This is kind of bringing up memories of the Spinnaker 50 Phantoms, which is a watch that I unfortunately missed out on. And no, I don't want the new version that just came out in the purple. I want one of the originals. I know Mark got one because he made a cool video about it. Yep, so it's the applied jellyfish that are on the dial also freaking glow. How cool is that? How awesome is that? I really, really dig this now. Oh, if only this were the gray dial. So, how do I feel about this watch overall? I think that it's more than just the fact that it's titanium. I think the overall design is clean. I love, by the way, the colors in the bezel. I love the fact that he's done a gradient in that little tiny bit of room. I mean, what is that? 4 millimeters in width? And he's got a gradient built into it. It's genius. The guy has an eye for detail like few others. I love the feel. I love the size. I love the shape. I'm so glad it's not 38 or 40 millimeters. Yes, I I have a hard time wearing a girl-sized watch. I'll admit that. To me, making a 38, 40 millimeter sport watch in particular, or dive watch, you might as well make all the dials pink because they're just as much of a repellent in the size as a pink dial would be to me. But even this, even with the pink, he did a great job putting the blue with the pink. It was a great idea. The whole package is fantastic. Do I wish they were a little bit less money? Yeah. But you know what? If they were stainless steel, they would be. They'd probably be around $100 less expensive if there was a stainless steel model. And that also begs the question, will there ever be a stainless steel version coming out that looks like these? I think that would be a great idea for those that love the look, but just don't have the budget or just can't justify spending the extra money on titanium. Me, I love titanium. I'm a big titanium fan. Now I think it needs to go on the wrist so that you get an idea of the size on a man's wrist. And then we shall move out of here. I'll give a quick comparison to my Helm Vanuatu, which is an extraordinarily popular micro brand diver. And you see it's not that far off, but the rounded edges and the softness to everything will make it look a little bit smaller. Let's put this bad boy on. Another thing I just noticed, if you have a really small wrist, you're really going to love this because of the way the strap immediately goes straight down. It's going to wrap around a smaller wrist really, really nicely, but it will stretch around a larger wrist. I have just under an 8-inch wrist, and that's what it looks like on me. So overall, I think it's a good, solid watch at what I feel is a pretty good value. There are not a lot of titanium automatic movement divers out there for $395. This is one of the very few. And buying from a brand that has such an upstanding reputation like Islander does, with a company and a man standing behind the brand with the integrity that Island Watch and Mark are known for, I think it's a winning combination all the way around. Is it the greatest thing since sliced bread? No. Is it pushing boundaries or setting new goals? No, not really. It's a pretty basic watch, but it's laid out nicely. It's comfortable. It's got nice materials. It's got great design. And I think that it's something that you could wear on a daily basis. And every time you look down at your wrist, you give it a little bit of a smile because it's fun. And there's nothing wrong with having a design just because it's fun. I've owned a lot of watches just because they were fun. I've spent a hell of a lot more. One that pops immediately into my mind was the Parallel Turbine. I paid over $4,000 for a watch that had a spinning dial. That's it. It was just a spinning dial, but it was cool. And Parallel was the first to do it. Parallel is a legendary name. You're going to pay money for it. And it was the first watch that I had ever seen released in a true DLC. So it checked off all the boxes for me. It was cool. It was unique. It was special. And it was fun. And I spent a lot of money to have that fun on my wrist for a few years. Here, you're not risking a lot. You're spending, $395. And maybe the pink seashell does work for you. Go for it, man. No judgments here. There's nothing wrong with wearing a pink dial watch as a man. Not at all. It's just not for me particularly. I like the gray dial. So I assure you, when that gray dial comes back in stock, my ass is going to have one. Pretty excited about it. I think it's pretty darn cool. So, if you're wondering, is it the real deal? Is it worthy? Absolutely it is. And another home run for Mark at Islander. Congratulations to you, Mark, and congratulations to all of you that picked one of these up already. You already know how great this watch is. Please sound off down below. Leave a comment. Let other people know what you think of your Sands Point titanium diver. Was it worth it or not? Are you wearing it often? Are you enjoying it? Do you love that crazy, ridiculous lume? Also, for me, let me know. Does the gray dial have the same lume? Does the dial itself somehow glow? I don't know, because I haven't seen it. I only saw pictures of it. Anyway, I'm out of here for now. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.